Welcome to Monday's trading recap. It's December 31st. It's the last trading day of the year, and it's a big red day. There was barely any volume today. Trading was very light, and I traded really, really badly, and that's kind of took a bit to process, and it was quite interesting because it was like the first like loss in, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks. So it was kind of painful, and um, I noticed like on when I started the day, as it was Monday, we are between holidays, and I didn't stick to my daily routine. I skipped the gym in the morning or the workout, and I was just out of the routine, and I wasn't even done like analyzing the market going into the open, and I was very careless, maybe overconfident because I thought I can trade myself out of anything. And well, yeah, I doubled down, and I did everything wrong on Monday, but that's okay. It's a small reminder that you're always vulnerable, and you can always take a loss, and you always have to be, like focused. And yeah, let's see how the new year started. And yeah, I traded Facebook and Apple, and both went very south. Um, well, my levels on Facebook, you can see here. I had this 134.50 and 135.50 to 136 area for resistance. My bias for the day was long. I thought the SPY would, like make a move up. Although I think due to, like it being the last day of the year, and there was no volume. I don't know what I was thinking. Just taking a trade right out of the open. Um, well, it my bias was long, and I was anticipating coming out of the open like a break over VWAP, and um, I put in an order to buy in a bit above 134, but we broke through, and like really must have taken off this trade right here. When it broke this candle, that was just a clear signal just to take it. Even on the spike back in the reject, I didn't take it off. I didn't even take it off here, and I was clearly way too close to the VWAP not to take this off, and just let it run to scale in. This isn't scaling in. This is doubling down. Like, and you get your down. You get yourself in more trouble if you do so. This is a clear VWAP play. I have to take my loss here. Like, even or wait with my entry to get the price over VWAP, and maybe use a retest of VWAP for an entry, and then you have more room and more time to see what's happening. Like, it was just stupid. So you can see, um, well, I added, and my position was already too big here, and I should have just taken off the loss. Like, it was just stupid. Um, I should have, like, I had 130 to 129.50 in mind, or maybe 131 as my levels, and for a bounce, and I didn't respect it. My first entry even was way too early. I felt forced. It felt like I was forced to take a trade on Monday. I don't know what got into me. Um, like, so when I was deep in the red, and so once, even when I was here, it was all like um, managing and getting out with just bruises. But the even my average, like due to my high entry here, even was a quarter position, my average was way above the VWAP. So that's always a bad sign. I usually try, if I make plays for reversals, and I scale in, I try to take trades when I see some signals or get signals close to pivots I marked from where there's potential support. And then if I try to scale in, maybe like here, and I add lower, I scale in, and just to build a position until the bounce to VWAP occurs. I try to get my average price in the lower half or lower third between the low and the VWAP at the time. So there's always potential you get out with a profit or close to your break even if it's an all day down grinder. And like I just scaled out here. I took my losses. I thought we might pop above as my bias was still long and the market showed some strength. Um, well, it didn't happen, and usually this is a perfect VWAP fade. Like you get the spike above here to and reject of 132. It takes off many traders. I usually, depending on like you stay below VWAP, um, and you see the reject here. You can go just build a position in this consolidation, and depending on your size, what I usually do, I either stick with my position and put it like above the next half a full dollar, wait for it to close above VWAP, and I just give it some room, and like either I stop out. If it's here, I probably would have stopped out like at like 80, and like hated myself for doing so like 5 seconds later, and in the best case re-enter on the way down, but I probably wouldn't have done that. So yeah, it just depends on the size. But like since I had already um, reached my max loss here, I wasn't allowed to take another trade or another temp. Not that I could have, because like the emotions you go through when you take a loss and just try to get yourself out of misery, they're really daunting, and I wasn't feeling it. Like I was really scared to take even a quarter position short here after I was, like after I took this off, and it's you lose the feeling for size, for risk and everything. So the best thing is just to call it a day and sleep over it. If I think back like a year back or maybe 1.5 years back, if I have a day like this, and taken a loss like this, it usually threw me back for weeks. It kept me questioning all my strategies and trying to figure out what I did wrong. And now I'm really happy actually to know exactly what I did wrong, and I have an immediate solution. Like I know what I did wrong, and I know what I have to focus on the next day just to get back on my feet. So that's a I know I don't know, it's I have more confidence in my trading, and that's a really good feeling. So I'm really looking forward to 2019 and in the start of the market. It's we are already having like it's already uh, 2nd of February, and the market is gapping down, and yeah, it just looks like we will continue low, maybe retest 249 tomorrow. I don't know. I just gonna watch the open. The other trade though was in Apple, and this wasn't great either. Here I took like anticipated the break to the long side, and you know this one I took a partial here, took the trade off, and this was very, very stupid. I don't know. I had no reason to enter here as my levels were way other on and in other places. Um, so I had this 157 and 159 above and 155 below for support. This is the EMA 9 on the daily. And like usually when I trade Apple, I use the half a full dollar for entries, and I really traded really badly, like I didn't wait for 158 to test and fail to not take a trade. Then I added it. I don't know why I added here. I mean, we got a reject. I thought it would bounce, and it took off half here. Just should have taken off everything. It's a nice reject, and even like this spike up, it's a clear sign to enter short here. I didn't take it off, not even break even. I added here at 157.20, not waiting till 157. So I got my average was really bad, and I got out pretty much around. I think my break even was below 50. No, maybe I think it was around here. Was my break even. So I took. It was just a small loss. Not bad, not badly compared to what I did in Facebook, but not a great trade. And so yeah, that's it. That was the last day of December. Looking to be get back on my feet on today, and quite confident to do so. I'll definitely be more patient and look for better entries today.